Well, today we also have another very special guest. We've been trying to just look for young people all over the world who are making a difference. And we know that there are many young people who are all on the social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And we're bringing someone who is doing something a little bit different. And we want him to explain his project. His name is Fernando Marroquin, and he joins us from Lima, Peru. He's 24 years old. He's right now finishing his studies for translation and interpretation in school. So he's still in school, guys, which I know a lot of you guys are struggling with right now. So we just want to welcome Fernando. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Kenia. How are you doing? Hi, everybody.
We're doing great, and we're so happy to be able to have you here. We know that you have some great stuff to tell us about social media, which everyone is using right now, right?
Yeah, it's our time. We're starting this moment. We have to take advantage of this crisis to do our best.
Definitely. And I like how you say it's our time because I feel like it's definitely the moment for like the millennial generation, but mostly for like generation, whoever they are. I forget their generation Z, is it? The
Yeah,
younger generation.
it's easy. Yeah,
Yeah, because right, they're the ones who really know what to do with the social media. So it's your time to shine.
of course. Yeah.
Well, we have a few questions. We are trying to find out how young people around the world are being the sermon. So I want to know, Fernando, what does it mean being the sermon to you?
For me, being the sermon is living like Christ did in our earth. Basically, we have to live like Jesus. We have to spend time with Him, and any activity that we do, we should do it as Jesus would do it. So that's for me being the sermon. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. It's definitely about being like Jesus and doing what Jesus would do. I definitely agree with that. Now, we want to know, how have you been the sermon during this crisis? What are you doing actively to be able to continue spreading the love of God?
Well, as we said before, this is our time. This crisis has moved all our church to the social media, to the internet. So I was thinking about making some project to try to involve every young people in their home, of course.
Mhm.
And I started the project called Viralizando el Mensaje, which is like viralizing the message, the
Mhm.
sermon. And well, it's basically getting to know new people.
Mhm.
They send their pics or their posts about Christian stuff, and maybe like verses, Bible verse, or Ellen G. White writings,
Mhm.
quotes. And basically, we accept them, and then we post them, and then of course we have the credits. Now we give the credits to them, and that's the way we start to create a community,
Mhm.
basically. Mhm.
Something that really caught my attention when I first reached out to you about this interview was the fact that it was such a us thing. It was not just a me movement, but an us
Yeah.
movement. How can we come together as a church online and share what we know and share our creativity, share our talent to be able to spread the gospel? So I think that that's very powerful. And I know that's a hashtag, right? Hashtag viralizando el mensaje.
Yeah. Viralizando el mensaje. Yeah, that's right.
So for anyone who wants to check it out, check out that hashtag on Instagram, hashtag viralizando el mensaje. We're going to have it down here so you can go and look for that on Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. So I have another question. How, like you mentioned, right now we're all at home and we have to take advantage. How can we all be the sermon even from our homes? What if I'm, a young kid? I'm only 14 years old and I don't have the skills required. I'm not a graphic designer. I don't know much. How can I learn? What can I do to also share?
I'm not a graphic designer neither, but that's not a uh, that's not fair. For us, we are really in this world, and we have our cell phones. So I do my designs with my cell phone, even. So there are many apps, okay, and we have so much time at home, and we can really take advantage of it. So how this idea started when, well, I decided to create some workshops,
Hmm.
right? Canva workshops. It's really easy to use. You can create your own designs in your cell phone, in your
Hmm.
tablet, or in your MacBook, whatever, laptop.
Hmm. Yeah.
And we can we can spend time using our creativity to
Mhm.
create new things, and we don't have to be any graphic designers to start to do our work, our job. So basically, we can do it. We can do it whatever we are.
That's good to know. And I think that's very motivating for our younger people who maybe want to do something. And I mean, we see all of these like Adventist influencers online, and you're like, well, I'm just going to share their post because I could never do
Yeah,
something like that. So I love that you took the initiative to create workshops. And are the workshops for free, or can anyone?
yeah. They are for free. They're for free. They're free workshops. The thing is that we have some knowledge that other
Mhm.
doesn't have, but we can share it.
Mhm.
The knowledge is to be shared. I think if God gave us that opportunity, we have to spread it. We have to share it because that's what He did in the cross. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. And this movement, it's about to get viral, to get the message viral. So
Yes.
the gospel viral. So you have
Yeah.
I took the initiative to start teaching, my followers, my friends, my family. I call them family because
I
we
love
are
that.
all a family, of course.
Hmm.
And they are sending their posts, and that really, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm really happy for that. Yeah.
That's so great. Are you going to be doing more workshops in the future?
Yeah, of course. I'm planning to do more because, well, by using Zoom, yeah, it was like really, really good because I could share my screen and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And well, just for the record, I want to tell you that there were about 50 people that
Wow.
signed up for the free workshop, and that's amazing because I didn't expect that to happen. So the community is growing, and by the grace of God, of course.
That's so cool. So, for anyone who also wants to take part in the workshops, we're going to leave his app right below. And that way you can follow him on Instagram and you can just check out these workshops and see what else you can learn. And I mean, for those of you who don't know, Fernando speaks like 4 languages. So, hopefully, Fernando, you'll do one in like every single language: English, Spanish, Portuguese,
Yeah,
and
why not?
French.
Yeah, of course, I will do it. I will do it. Just if there's a necessity, I will do it. If there's a need, okay, I will do it. So yeah, of course.
Excellent, excellent. So, just winding down here, how has this crisis changed the way that you feel that we share God to others? Do you think there's been a shift?
Yeah, I think that this crisis, this has been like a response, like an answer, because I was really convinced that we as a church,
Mhm.
as members, we had to be more uh, convinced of using our social networks.
Mhm.
We have to spend more time doing that because
Yeah.
there are many sad news, bad news, fake news. Also, there are many of them, and it's our time to spread hope, to share hope. And for me, it's been really, really good. Well, besides all the bad things, but we have to spread the gospel and share hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Now, is there anything that you can leave as a word of advice for all of our young people who are interested in doing this, and how they can also stay focused on what the mission is?
Yeah, I guess that every disciple of Christ, uh, every disciple of Christ, when you accept Jesus as your personal savior, your own
Mhm.
savior, we born as a missionary, okay, as
Mhm.
missionaries, okay. So we are living for this mission because
Mhm.
our hope is to be in heaven forever, okay.
Yeah.
This is not our home. This crisis reminds us that this is not our place. We were not created to be here, okay. So I'm really excited about sharing hope with all the people, and I encourage you to join our team. To join our team, we're humans like you. We're in the same family, and let's take all that ideas like, oh yeah, I see a message of this man or this woman. I don't know, of this young guy. Uh, but if it's like sharing the message, let's spread it. Let's share it. Let's share it. We have to be involved with the mission because when you see Jesus, you are involved. That your heart is like beating so fast, and the mission is in your heart. So that's what I would like to say to you, and take the advantage and be the sermon today.
Amen. Great. Thank you so much. And Fernando, would you like to give us a message in all of your languages? I mean, it is Sabbath. You can say happy Sabbath in all your languages, or you can also give a message to our Latin American people in Spanish.
Okay, in Spanish would be no the language, of course. Okay, queridos amigos, aprovechemos estos momentos de crisis para llevar esperanza a los hogares de todo el mundo. Dios nos ha dado esta herramienta que es la Internet, y podemos usar nuestro talento, nuestro tiempo para poder llevar esperanza, porque tú y yo somos protagonistas de la misión. Entonces, ahora, now I will say it in Portuguese. Pode ser? Pessoal aí, vocês que falam português, é o nosso tempo, é agora de ser protagonistas dessa crise que estamos vivendo, para levar esperança aos outros, tá? Então, gente, é hora de acordar, é hora de fazer a nossa parte e esperar logo o retorno de Jesus. Tá?
Excellent.
Yeah. No, what you have to understand is that when you start talking many languages, your brain is
Yeah, I mentioned to you that sometimes I translate for sermons, and when I sit down, I feel like my head is going to explode.
No, yeah, of course. Yeah, you need to.
So, so it's a blessing that you can do that, and it's a blessing. I know it's a blessing to all of our young people that you've decided to also take this time to teach others how they can also make God viral, make the message viral. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking this moment of crisis and giving some hope, and giving an initiative to be able to be the sermon, whoever you are, just using your social media. And we want to thank you also for joining us today, Fernando. It was a pleasure.
Oh, thanks so much for the invitation, and let's pass it on.
Yes, pass it on. So a hug to everybody in Peru, everybody in South America and Latino America. Thank you so much.